Mark's left his wallet.
Take it.
He's left his wallet.
Run!
Wait.
Could we go get that? Could you go get that? Thank you.
That's cozy.
No, there you go. Right, so.
Yeah, right.
Hello, Alex.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Alex
Exciting
is part
times.
of you're part of the server team?
Yeah, server team, yeah.
Making everything run smoothly today?
Making the
How's
server
today
work.
then?
It's fine. I've been watching graphs do this upwards. And it's a bit scary. Kind of like, oh, this is the most users we've ever had all at once. So that's very exciting. So nothing has gone wrong yet. Touch wood. If there any wood, there's no wood. Oh,
right,
there's
there.
some there. There's some
Yeah.
there. Quick,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. We're safe.
Nice.
Right. Yeah.
Right, so what are you going to do for us today?
So I think I was gonna try and kind of show the community a bit how to make racing, race cars and vehicles, and how to drive around and make something that's stable. I've seen a lot of people just try and use the physics engine on its own, and really you want to use more of kind of a classic kind of. You want to use like sneaky game development tricks instead, and not actually try and physically simulate it. You want to just make something anyway.
Yeah. Bogdan's here too.
I'll just head in and try and start making something. Yes, so I've kind of got myself a little picture of like a race car, so of like a Formula 1 car. So I think I'm going to try and make a version of a Formula 1 racing car.
Okay, cool.
We'll see how that goes.
Well, because you made your race circuit in the beta, didn't you?
Yes, I did make a race circuit. I mean, I could show that first, or I could just start making a thing. So why not?
If you need a Pomeranian driver, we
have
one.
one.
Oh, we could totally
We have a whole Pom squad. In fact, after the last
we could
demo.
totally put a Pomeranian kind of driver squad in. That would be. I think that's what we need as the driver.
Perfect. Great. We can.
So that sounds pretty fantastic.
We can make that happen.
So yeah, I'm just trying to get the body going basically to start with. So this is like the front kind of, that's to shift the air to keep the centre of gravity. That's the front of the car.
Nice.
In case that isn't clear, obviously.
No, you're good.
I'm just spinning my boxes around. It's fine. Yeah. We'll see how this goes. Actually, I wonder if a cylinder will be better, or whether the rounded kind of cube for the body will work. Try and get the body in a good place to start with. So, and then I'm gonna kind of try and chop it out, I think, after this.
Right.
At least that's the idea. We'll see.
So in the beta you made beta. You made the racing circuit.
Yeah, I made the racing circuit. Yeah, so that was very exciting. Yeah. And then I made a little kind of race car, and then the community kind of picked up on it and then ran off with it, kind of thing. That was very cool.
And you also made the Space Trader game.
Yeah, the Space Trader game. Yeah, we showcased on our last stream. I sadly couldn't be here to help with that one. Okay.
Bogdan, how are you doing?
I need coffee really bad, but I don't want to be shamed.
You can.
You
We
promise not to shame you.
promise,
Are you sure you're not going to shame me?
No, we're not going to shame you. Go make your coffee.
Because otherwise I'll die.
No, we won't shame you.
Okay.
We do need you on the stream later, so we hope
we don't die.
Not too much. Not too much
shame
coffee.
him now, though. We should shame him.
Quietly when he's not.
So
When he's
just
not
so the
looking.
stream hears.
Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna. Okay. No,
Yeah, we
we're
are.
fine. Yeah, just making sure.
We're not.
Okay.
The worst. Making coffee during the stream. Boom.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Well, there's another step.
Sorry?
That's.
Oh, is there a second step? Okay. Oh, my laptop died again.
There you go. It's
That's
kinda-
right.
it's
See
kinda-
where the pom would go.
You see where the pom would go now. So I'm hoping to kind of get the pom out in a second, and then see where we end up, kind of thing.
You may have to extract the palm from sort of like a Mount Rushmore
it's
made of
giant.
palm.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount Rushmore.
Mount
Sorry,
Rushmore.
I mean.
There we go. Right.
Okay,
I'm getting there. I'm sure this is gonna work.
Do you want my laptop?
Just died. I put my laptop on charge. Or is yours?
Here, put yours on charge.
Yeah.
Whoa! Explosions.
2. There you go.
I don't know how you all manage this live. It's very scary.
Oh, you're doing
Honestly.
fine.
It's very scary doing this sort of thing. Right, there we go. Ooh,
Oh, I think there's going to be another big moment.
ooh, don't know what I did
Yeah,
there.
yeah, I know. He's gonna make more coffee, so we should shame him again.
Shame him
Quietly.
again. You'll only know if you haven't rewatched it. Oh no, cool. I think we're cool. That's just water.
There we go.
Yeah,
There
nice.
we go. I just had to get that kind of correctly centered again to make a car body sort of thing.
Nice.
There we go. Right.
Pop down here with his coffee.
Oh yeah.
Shame free.
Gotta get some coffee.
Shame-free coffee.
Shameless.
I applaud our restraint.
Yeah, we did really well. We're very tempting, Bogdan.
Yeah, we're very tempted to shame you.
Yeah. I can see.
Right, I'm gonna leave. Right, I'm just gonna call that a body to start with, and maybe we'll pull in the Pomeranian. So
Pomeranian?
So how do I?
So if you go in my creations,
Yeah,
there's
get.
that.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
Cost of
Oh, I
Tom.
might have to
Just
do
gonna
a
have
little
to
bit
extract.
extra.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no! What have we done?
Tower
I
of
must have
Pom.
missed it.
I think if you go down to the bottom, like so, if you
Yeah,
go down to the
there's a
bottom
little
left,
one. There's a little
there's
one.
some little ones here,
Yeah,
and
just pull this little
one of
guy
them
out.
won't have an animation on it. I think the very yeah.
Fine, I can always just.
So you're gonna have to
delete-
remove an
I'm gonna have to
animation.
delete all of this. It's fine. There we go. Sorry, little
Bye,
Poms.
Pom Squad.
Oh dear.
You can just take that one out of the group and
That
then
is a
the group.
giant Pom.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pom, you're not needed here. This one's going racing. Maybe we should put some little glasses on his eyes.
goggles.
Yeah, definitely.
Little goggles.
Do you see
That
what
will
its
have an
tail is
animate-
made of?
Right, it's just
Yes.
10.
Yeah. You should see what his feet are made out of.
Yeah, I've seen.
There we go.
It's just.
Stick him.
Yeah, I would
stick him-
definitely give it a pair of racing shades.
It's got. Yeah. I was
stick
gonna say it's got.
him-
An,
yeah. Oh,
Yep. Oh my goodness.
oh my
it's so
goodness,
cute.
he's got a tail. Right.
Made out of more Pomeranian heads.
Oh yes, there we
Perfect.
go. There we go. Right. Let's
Did
stick-
you make this for Costa earlier?
Yes.
Yes,
It's exactly
yes.
why it exists.
How did you know? We have a pet wall up here, and it's like all actual pets owned by people in the studio, except for a Pomeranian that Costa put up.
Oh yeah, there we go. There's my racing car. Right.
Shiny metal.
Shiny. Yes.
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a bit more like it. That looks.
I feel like everything we do for the rest of the day should incorporate the Pomeranian.
Yeah.
I think that's necessary.
We should have really
Taking
started
the
this
Dreamiverse
morning
and
with the
already done
Pomeranian.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right,
I
I'm gonna
like
make
the,
some absolutely terrible looking wheels now. Let's see how far we get with this. So, what? I guess you kind of want a rubber. It's gonna be kind of rubber. So, yeah, there we go.
No, it works.
That works.
Maybe the Pom is the final boss of the shooter.
I did see John Beach do a really cool trick for doing wheels the other day using the kaleidoscope tool.
Yeah, that was cool.
That was really neat. And he did the, like hubcaps and everything. It was very cool. Yes.
Oh, using the kaleidoscope tool. So I've just do.
No. This is also. I mean, that's a nice thing about Dreams. There's like a ton of
many
different ways to do
many
everything.
ways to do things.
I wasn't picking on your way.
But it's really weird how there are some techniques you can find that like that technique. I can imagine using it only for car wheels, and like just the car wheel just kind of falls out of that particular like cool cloning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of cool cloning kind of technique. But yeah, I think my goal here is I'm not an artist. And I think that much is clear. So
I'm
especially
aware
in
of
Rush-
coder art.
Yeah.
This is like complete coder art that you're going to have to suffer right now. So I'm just gonna stick.
I mean, I
these,
like it.
These terrible wheels on
I
the
dig
side.
it.
If I had like 6 hours, then I could probably make something that looks okay. But I definitely can't make a thing super quickly. But I'm a bit better at logic. So right, here is my amazing race car. So I'm now gonna.
Love it.
So with the Pomeranian, which is clearly the best part. So I'm now gonna.
It's a Pomeranian, Alex.
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
How do you even say it properly?
What did he just say? I was checking the
Pomerian.
Pomeranian.
Pomeranian.
Sounds like a planet.
Sounds
The non-copyrighted version of a Pomeranian.
Who holds the train?
who's got the
I
trademark?
No one.
didn't realize you can copyright dogs.
Yeah, there's.
I was about to say you cannot, but then I don't know if you did some like weird like gene spliced like dog creation that maybe you could like patent or copyright a dog.
Pom husky.
I'm just saying it's not out of the realm of possibility.
So there's a little trick here that I do to make cars more stable, which is you wanna have like a collision box, and if you make that collision box, and that the important thing is that you make everything else in your car not collidable, and have no physics, and then you have a really simply shaped collision box like this, and you put a little lip on it, so that then if you've got any bumps on your racetrack, it will be less likely to explode and get thrown all over everywhere. So I think that's kind of a neat little trick. Kind of like when you see a car in a normal racing game, you don't always have a perfectly accurate collision mesh. You usually have some fake little box like this that's the actual collision, and then everything else looks nice underneath. So
Ears.
you just see the little ears poking out. So obviously this we're going to want to give physics. So what we're going to want to do now is kind of group all of the different bits together, and then make this part invisible. So I'm going to basically select everything.
I remember that pom.
Yeah,
the pom.
You're gonna wish you added that Pomeranian at the end, because you're gonna have to do physics for each individual thing.
Oh, well, he's already in his own little group, so hopefully it's gonna be fine. So missed some wheels. So if I grab those. Ooh. So what's happening with selection? Right, I've got those.
You can't drag it in that way.
How do you drag it in? It's like you kind of select
it, and then you have to hold
both things, and then you hold it in, don't you? Yeah. That's fine. I'll just move it. There we go.
Yeah, nice.
Right. Not leaving anything behind. Victory. Right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn off the visibility on this one, which is one of the properties in here. I can't quite remember.
It's on the Newton's Cradle page.
Newton's Cradle. There we go. So see, it's gone invisible now, and then I can tag it as I think you tag the entire object as movable, and then you make each individual little section not collidable. So I'll get the little Pomeranian guy. Oh no! So I think we need to simplify this guy, because
just get rid of the head. Just keep the head.
I think you just need the head.
I just need the head. I don't need any of this.
Not the other heads.
I don't need the other heads
that
or
compose this.
the other. Wow! What,
oh my God! What happened in
Oh,
there?
it's the eyes.
Oh, dear
no!
God.
Oh,
Wait, is there like another Pomeranian in there?
It's made from the heads of Pomeranian, but because the tail is made out of the heads of Pomeranians, all the eyeballs are
like
grouped, so it's like a.
It's a recursive Pomeranian. How do you say it?
So now that we've told you, I feel like
I can't remember its name. Pom. I'm just going to call it a pom from now on, because I can't say it properly. I'm sorry. Right.
Yeah, it's got like a million skulls.
Oh look, he's still got his little animation. Okay.
Oh
no. Sorry, his tongue's going to have to go. Well, I don't know. Yeah. His little tongue.
But can't you just make it flap in the breeze?
Like, you're never gonna hit the ground with the Pomeranian, so like it can probably still be collidable. I don't know.
It's true.
And hopefully like some horrible thing will happen where like the eyeballs like fly out, or
a nice look. It's working.
Oh, nice.
Tongue stays behind.
Seems to work.
That's really cool.
Right, there we go. Right, there's an absolutely amazing programmer art race car. So
it's a really cool Pomeranian.
With a really cool pom.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah,
calling it a pom. Right, so I'll just give us some area to drive. There you go. Little racetrack. Head back. Right, so I guess we'll try making it move. So what I usually do with Logic is just stick a microchip on to start with. So where do microchips live these days? It's over here now, isn't it? Sorry, it's all moved about a little bit. There we go. So you usually want to stick a microchip in, and you want to be kind of mindful about which way it's facing, because that kind of makes everything easier later on. And it doesn't actually have to be, as long as the microchip is in kind of the whole group, then you're kind of safe. So I found that attaching it directly to the surface of the sculpt is a bad idea, because then it can kind of end up slightly offset or something like that. So then when you try and make the car move forwards, it will actually go off in a slight direction. Whereas if you place it on the grid, then you can be sure that everything's going to stay aligned. So that's kind of a helpful little tip. So I'm now going to have a go at chucking a mover in, and we'll see if we can get this to move. So I guess I'll stick an advanced mover. So then, oh, it's not showing the thing.
I think advanced movers don't have widgets.
Oh, okay. I thought they did. What's that? Okay. So I guess we'll see if I hit play now. See if it wants to move.
Yeah, you have to set the affected object, which I guess you want it to be the whole group.
Yeah, I want that to be the whole group.
So actually, if you had attached the chip to the car, then it would have actually automatically wired that.
Yeah. So you see now that I've actually attached it and said that it's going to be affected by the group. It's put the little indicators on. So we don't want to move sideways. We want to move forwards, and we don't want to move upwards. So now I've got my basic car.
Vroom,
There he
vroom,
goes.
Oh yeah, off he goes.
Vroom,
Bye.
vroom, vroom.
See a bomb.
So
going nowhere fast.
he's going nowhere. So so basically what we want to do to get, so I think to start with we'll just kind of try and get like basic acceleration and braking working. So I think one of the first things we want to do is not damp in the y-axis. So that means that we can just kind of freely, it won't try and stop you moving up and down, vertically according to gravity. And then
That's how gravity works.
that is
so, yeah.
that is how gravity works. But the thing is with these movers is that if I set the damping in the y-axis to 100, it just doesn't move, and that's a way of kind of stopping. That's a way of actually making things in 2D, is just setting the damping on the mover to 100%. But in this case, we don't want it to do that for us, so we just want to turn it off and set it to 0. Similarly, if I turn off the damping in the x-axis and then I turn down the speed, that kind of helps. That means that you kind of that also that helps it be more controlled in the x-axis as well, which is useful. Yeah, there we go. So there he is in this happy little car. So the next thing we want to do is get the controlinator so that we can so the imp can possess the thing. So I think that's where's that live now? I think it's in the green bit. So yes, we want the controller sensor. So this allows the imp to possess the whole sculpt, and then you can read the outputs from it basically. So I think there's a thing where do you have to say like which object it possesses or affects? I can't remember. Let's see if that works. Right. So I think the simplest thing we can do is just hook the R2 button up to the speed that we want to move at. So you see now that I've done that, it's not moving at all. And then if we try play mode and then I press R2, we start moving.
Driving your
love
palm
that.
car.
I love-
First person palm view.
Little pom car.
Pom view.
So I guess we could do a little first-person pom view, maybe that, or maybe we want to just kind of put the car in third person so you can see
Enjoy
things.
the palm.
Yeah.
Driving the car.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I think you need to see the palm.
Maybe about here, maybe. Should we-
Although, if you had a first-person view, would you just see the nose?
you would just see the nose.
Yeah, which would
think,
be
do you
cute.
think we could put the camera so that you can
Oh my
see things
goodness!
from the first? Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
yes,
I
we
think
could.
I think that's what we want. So. So that you usually do
It's
with a
in-
camera,
yeah.
So you chuck a camera in, and then you can edit it.
I think you want to get that sweet spot.
That little sweet spot.
Yeah, I think maybe a bit more forward. Bit to the right.
Bit to the right.
There you go.
Yes.
Yes. There. Oh my.
Then
That's so cute.
Yeah, there we go.
And then we can leave it to other people to set up their camera shots to...
Yeah.
So you see now it's perfectly stuck on his face. Yeah, lovely.
Oh, that's an amazing pun from Chewbacca. It's first person view.
Well done.
Yeah.
So one other thing we might want to do is detect when you've taken possession of the car. So then we go into first person view when you're in that. So I think there's a little thing on here that tells you whether it's possessed at the minute. I can't remember where that is.
On the last page.
Is it the last page? Possessed, yes. So this will light up whenever the imp's possessed the entire sculpt. So then we just want to hook that up to the power, so that then you kind of get normal camera, and then when you possess,
Oh,
yes, there we go.
that
Getting
is
there.
so good.
It's beautiful. So what do we want to do now? So I think we want to try and get the brakes working. So I think for that to work,
This is Costa's best day.
Grand for it.
Oh,
basically we want to turn up the damping whenever you mash the left stick, and that'll make the car stop. So, so if you possess, so we're driving, and then if I let go, it slows down slowly. But if I now press L2, it stops really quickly. So it's kind of useful. And then obviously you can kind of hook these, the L2 up to some nice lights in the back, which we might get to later.
Formula One racing. Some really good puns happening in chat right now. I'm really enjoying that.
So now I think we want to try and tackle the steering now. So for that we need to use the advanced rotator. So much like the advanced mover, it's got a affected objects thing. So we need to make sure that that's hooked up to the entire sculpt. And then you see when I attach it, you get the little thing showing you which way round it's going to rotate. So I think just to show this, so if I play now, it will start just trying to spin like crazy.
Right. Drift
Palm. So I think what we want to do is basically let the physics do whatever it wants in those directions. We don't care, and tell it to just not do anything. So just turn off the Z-axis, turn off the X-axis, and then if we play, we'll start turning. So one of the problems we notice now is that when it lands, it's not rotating, and the reason for that is that I've forgotten to do a really important step, which is my amazing collision box has got too much physics on it. So basically we need to turn down the friction and turn it into an ice cube, and then it will hopefully start rotating. And I think I've also not turned off the physics here. Yeah, there we go.
The other wheels as well.
And the body. Yeah. Did I get the other wheels? No.
Dave, you've taken a cupcake, which means you're going to come join us on the stream.
That's not how it works.
It is.
But I'm just thinking of a better
There you go.
like this, so.
So yeah, you can see it. So yeah, it's getting there now. It's getting there. So so now it's happily rotating because I've turned off all the physics, and I'm actually using the collision box correctly now. So what do I do now? Right. So to steer, we want to basically pull in the left stick. So this is a little bit more complicated. So a left stick outputs everything on your left stick, and it's called a fat wire. So we need to split that up into the different directions. So to do that, you take the left stick and you chuck it in a splitter, and then that gives you left and right on the stick and up and down. And obviously for steering, we want to get the left and right. So if I wire that into there and then play, we should be able to start.
That's not going to get
rotating.
old.
It's not worked. Why has it not worked? Right. So I don't know why it's not working, but luckily we've got a testing mode. Oh, it is working, but I've done it the wrong way. Ah, right. So this is one thing. I know what it is. I've hooked up the wrong thing. So we've actually got two different modes for left stick. We've got one which is relative to the camera, and then we've got one which is actually just the raw value. And generally for like racing vehicles, you actually want to use the local space one. So like that's just giving you the raw input on the stick, whereas for this one you want this for more like characters where you care about which way the camera's facing, that kind of thing. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so I actually want to wire that up. So now, hopefully, I'll go in here.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go. But obviously, it's the wrong way round, but I should be able to drive now. There we go. But it's spinning sideways, so we've got way too much drift. Got way too much drift here, and that's because on the advanced mover here, we've turned down the damp in the y-axis, so it just means that we're not in the z-axis. We've not got enough damping in the z-axis, so we just spin out sideways. So we want to play with that. If we let you go more sideways, then you'll be able to pull off all these really cool drifts and stuff.
Do you want to make it local space as well?
In here.
Yeah, so it, like when you accelerate,
yes,
it actually goes
yeah,
forwards
that's true.
instead of the same direction.
Yes, that's actually really important as well. Yeah, so it's important to work in local space. I think I was getting away with it so far because I carefully aligned everything to the grid.
You were facing down the z-axis, so
Yes.
you're always pushing.
So I was lucky there to have got away with that. And then when you add turning, so this is one of the other tricks that can go wrong if you're not paying attention.
So what's the actual difference between like local and world space? Because this is something that like comes up all the time.
So the difference between like local and world space. So world space is kind of is always the same direction, and then local space is if you've got a cube in the scene and you turn the cube, then local space is the forward. It's where if you've got a character and the character's looking forwards and you turn the character, local space means that forwards always means forwards from that character's point of view, whereas world space, forwards is always the same direction. So to talk about it in terms of the car, you know, the z-axis is facing this way. Like this is the z-axis, and then if I turn, and the z-axis for the car is that way. But then if I turn the car around, oops, wrong thing. If I turn the car around, the z-axis of the car is now facing that way because we've turned it. So that's what the difference between the two.
But if you hadn't turned on local space, the car would still be moving in like the normal Z, the world Z.
Yes, the world Z. So
you'd be driving sideways, basically.
So it would drive sideways. Yeah, that's right. So that actually means that I've hooked this up wrong. So I need to we should have been doing the Z-axis all along, because that's actually forwards. So.
It's getting busy in here.
Yeah, well, John and Francis are going to come on next and give us a little history tour. Welcome, Alex Evans.
Hello, I'm not meant to be here, but I was watching it downstairs, so I thought I'd come.
So you thought you'd come up and just watch it here?
Come join the car making. There we go. Right. So hopefully this is going to work. Oh no, we're going sideways. Okay, that's wrong. Well, it was going really well for a while.
Stream says hi, Alex.
Hi.
Oh, are you accelerating down Z? Is that what the move is doing?
There we go. Right, I turned that on, but I'd not set this. So there we go. Right.
I've never used the advanced mover. It's just too advanced.
Oh.
Why did the camera change?
Look, can you put some? When I was watching on the stream, I could hardly see it moving. Can you put some stripes down or something?
Put some stripe.
Or just a rock, just so that we can see a bit of movement.
Could do a bit of paint. Do a bit of paint.
Just something. Because it's really hard to see the
fact that it's actually
moving.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good point. So get the spray can out. I don't know. Do some
dots, some beautiful texturing.
Do some amazing road texturing. Oh. Yes.
Yes, that'll do.
There we go.
Those stripey. Leave some stripes.
Leave some stripes.
Or something. Oh yeah, there you go.
There we go.
Well, I'll stop backseat driving now. Beautiful. Love it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Little road. We could even put some.
Done.
Done. Right, what's it doing? Right, so we press R2, we're going to go forward along Z. So hopefully it will go forwards, but we'll see.
Hello. Ooh,
Oh,
something.
I think we're moving forwards, but I think we're moving forwards really slowly. So that's the problem.
Strength, maybe?
Yeah, maybe it's strength, maybe it's, who knows. I think to help debug this, I'm going to turn off our little first-person POM camera.
First person.
First-person POM. And see what's going on in test mode. So yeah, so it's only doing 0.1 when I hold down.
You want to set that to multiply.
Yes, there's the multiplier on this thing.
Advanced feature.
And now it's going to be very fast.
Mover modulating.
Exactly.
Just
That's what he needs.
overwriting.
Exactly. That's why he needs. So yeah, the stream
It needs
knows.
to be a modulate.
Well, that's
Yeah.
from Catherine.
All right. Good work.
There we
Always
go.
modulate your wires.
So actually, this is a nice difference from if you're used to LBP. One of the features that Dreams has compared to LBP is that you can shove lots of wires into the same port and it will blend them together.
There we
And
go.
then we were like, but also we want to be able to combine it with the original value before you plug the wire in. So we added this idea of multiplying or modulating or whatevering or overwriting the value. So that little X there is what says scale the value that he set on the Z slider based on whatever the wire says. Anyway, there you
And
go.
how do you change that from like modulate to overwrite?
So you hold L1 on the input here, and then you can press
So we've
X.
got overwrite, blend, or modulate. And originally it was all blend, and I was like, blend is all we'll ever need. And then Matt was like, no, Evans, fail.
No.
And so he
Fail.
added modulate and something else, set. I think, yeah, it's good times.
So
tip.
that's wrong. So I've also the
You want the Z
brake
down.
brake is in the wrong direction now. So I'll just quickly.
Have you rotated everything through?
Yeah, but I foolishly forgot to turn on local space when I started. So
Noob.
I know, right? So now we've not got any damping in the x-axis. So when I turn, I'm basically just going to move sideways. So we need to have a little bit of damping.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we're just going to
Grippy
drift
tyres,
like crazy.
basically. It's
You,
like
you want grippy tyres. That's how much your tyres grip on the corners. So then
23% grip. Oh, look at that! Whoa, Tokyo Drift.
Tokyo drifts.
TM.
Absolutely nothing. There we go. Try again. Try with more this time.
Make it all slower as well, maybe.
Yeah.
So if you turn the strength down, it'll accelerate for longer before it gets to full speed.
Yes. Turn down the strength a little bit.
This is actually game development right here.
It's live game
Live
develop-
tuning. The
Live
feel
live
of
tuning.
those
Oh
cars.
dear, that's too
There
slow.
goes.
That's way too slow.
Bit more juice.
Bit more.
Turbocharge that dogmobile.
Oh,
It's got amazing turning circle.
that's quite a lot of drift.
I like it.
Nice.
Go. Oh.
Right to the end.
Aren't you
There you
happy
go.
that you
So,
drew the road on there?
Nice.
So one of the problems that we have is that we need the steering is going in the opposite direction. So
You need to invert it.
we need to invert it. So I'm going to send it the other way. Maybe
Although
make it
some
move a little bit
strange people
slower.
like their stick
Mm.
controls inverted, don't
do,
they?
but not only usually up and down for like your flight sims and that.
You're not an animal, basically.
Yeah,
Well, you're a dog.
Yeah, you're quite literally an animal.
quite literally a pom.
Oh my goodness!
Pomeranian.
He's off. It's off. Right. I think I need a bit more. I think I need a bit more room. So I'm just gonna.
Well, you can actually just challenge the community to create.
Yeah,
If you
could,
publish this, you can have the community create racetracks for the Pomeranian.
Oh, no way, yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
live.
yeah,
so
So if
they're
you want to
playing in
publish
that.
it, then they'll.
Yeah.
Should we add a sound to the car though?
Yeah,
Should
because
we?
we
Is there
should
time?
we should
Plaintively.
we should add a sound to the car.
Bogdan, are you on camera or are you like the voice of sound?
I don't know. Am I on
He's
camera?
on, he's on camera.
Yeah.
Right.
We're gonna
So,
add a quick sound.
It has to
before
go
John
vroom. If it doesn't go
answers.
vroom, then it's not a car.
Okay.
Okay, we'll add some sound. So if I head to it's audio mode, isn't it? So head to sound mode. See if we can find some
Can you just
sound
record a
effects.
room?
No,
Yeah.
no, no.
Not
That's
again.
something on the Dreamiverse.
There'll be something. I think we've got some. I asked very nicely for some sound.
You want to
effects.
come out of that, yeah?
Yeah, it's not ambulances.
Vehicles.
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 Here we go.
There you go.
Roads and tracks.
Yeah, that's what you want.
Here we go. Here we go.
Not that. That's really complicated to start with.
Are we a diesel saloon?
Are we a
Are we
diesel
are we a
We're a
bicycle? Are we a
bicycle
bicycle?
I think you want the diesel saloon thing actually. I don't know. It's
Middle.
kind of nice.
No, maybe this one on the in the left clutch. That second one, maybe.
That one? Who knows?
Yeah, that-
Decision.
yeah.
Go,
That
Alex,
one.
do it.
That one. That
That's
one.
a dream.
There we go.
Right.
There we go. Right. That's cool. So I think the easiest thing we can do is attach the pitch.
Shifting logic.
Yes. Yes.
I mean, there are multiple ways to do this. You
There
could
are
do it with
lots of
timelines that scrub through like sounds and different layers and stuff.
Yes. I think I did. I think that's how my my race car I made in the beta worked. Is that I had a timeline and it would and then I layered
Scrub
the
the
sounds,
playhead.
and then you kind of had how far along the gear are you, that kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean that's how you normally do it in like audio.
And then
games, basically.
you could hook up the acceleration to the distortion, so like when you really floor it, it goes.
Yeah.
Gnarl it up.
Yeah.
But also we have so many. I don't know if we had this in the beta, but we have a lot of different layers now of like, sort of, different sort of car sound. I don't actually know much about cars.
Yeah, the
Idling. We have idling loops and like offload loops
pistons
and.
and the flanges and the.
And you can mix them and like
carburetors
blend
and
between
yeah.
them and stuff.
So I think the
Sputtering sounds.
simplest thing we can do is just link like the revs of the engine to the speed. So to do that, we want to pull out a movement sensor.
Let's keep it simple.
Yeah, let's keep it simple.
Yeah, we'll
We
just
need
keep it
to,
simple.
Come
Need
on,
to get
people.
John and Francis
Yes.
chatting art. So
Where
Art?
is move? There we go.
Art.
Move.
Art?
yeah, they're over there.
We've got
They don't need art. Well,
Waiting.
why don't they come over and
Oh no.
critique the art live?
critique my amazing.
You want to critique some coder art?
Come on.
Come and join. That's a nice way of bringing it
Come and
across.
critique my coder art.
Yeah.
Could you just make it less awful? That'd be lovely.
You want the top one, I think.
Is it
Where
the
do you want
top
me to move to? Shall I get out?
Velocity
one?
overall.
You can move over here.
velocity,
I'll move
yeah.
over in here. I'll move
Actually, Alex, we have a whole other camera set up.
Yeah, you can go
And
sit
just
over
sit
there.
here.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Hit that kitchen button, Costa.
Yeah, we can. It just says a switch.
Kitchen button. There, and then there they are. There's Abby.
You should stay for this as well. Alex,
Yeah, all right.
you should stay for a bit.
All right, smelly.
So what I've done there is I've just fed the overall velocity straight into the pitch shift. So then it will, as you go faster, it will
Pitch up.
pitch up. So we'll see what that sounds like. Probably awful.
Subtle.
It's just a dog's head.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
There you go,
Yes,
there
it
it
is.
is.
Can't you see the wheels?
That's the art feedback.
That's the art feedback. It's just a head.
It's just.
We kind of got some quite serious drift going on.
That's excellent.
No reverse.
Oh, it's
and then
going-
you can drive off the
Yeah.
edge. There we go.
Would you want to release that into the community and they can,
Yeah, can you fix it for us?
Yeah.
Get
Can
them
you,
to
can you,
make
can you
their own
now can you now
versions.
fix the art and make it look less awful?
Go on, publish
okay,
it.
cool. All right.
Yeah, save that, yeah.
Pom Rider.
We're gonna use one of the puns.
Pomeranian.
Pom Rider.
Nice.
Oh, this is the
that a
worst.
No.
It's not even a pun. I mean, can the community think of a better
Community
pun?
could probably think of a better pun. And they can,
We can always rename it.
yeah.
You mix a little.
For
Yeah. Pom Rider. Yeah, there you go.
There we go.
We're
Right.
gonna add that to a thing.
Well, thank you for that, Alex.
Yeah, very
Thank
welcome.
you.
It's a terrible art, but there you go. Basics of making videos.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, okay,
I'm
cool.
gonna head.
Okay, thank you, Alex. Right.